Mic check, one, two, three. Mic check. Hi, Assalamualaikum, and a very good evening, everyone. Welcome to the forum Bridging Sustainability towards Malaysia Indonesia 2030. We will begin shortly. We kindly invite everyone to settle down and stay attentive throughout the event. Thank you for joining us today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening. Greetings for UITM. A warm welcome under the spirit of Malaysia Madani. Before we begin, I would like to welcome all our guests. Dr. Ermi bin Abdul Kadir, Rector of UITM Terengganu, who is unable to join us live today due to official commitments, but has kindly prepared a recorded officiating message for this program. Our panelists for today's forum, Professor Maja Technologist Dr. Sarifah Fauziah binti Said Rahman, Deputy Rector of HEP UITM Terengganu, Ms. Evelina Nordini Febrita Mona, Minus University, Malang Campus. Our moderator, Puan Nur Raihana binti Muhammad Salim, UITM Terengganu. We also extend our appreciation to the Program Advisor, Technologist Dr. Suziana binti Omar, Program Director, Nur Aina binti Abdul Halid. A warm welcome as well to our lecturers, the organizing committee, and all students here with us. This forum, Bridging Sustainability towards Malaysia Indonesia, is organized by the JPNR UITM Terengganu Dungun Campus in collaboration with MPP, JPK, and Binus University Malang Campus. I am Tengku Nur Aisyah, your MC for today's program. We will now begin with the national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for Negaraku, followed by Wawasan Setia Warga UITM.
Satu kita warga UiTM, kita bangsa perkasa, taat dan setiaku untuk negara, penuh semangat wajar. Kita jangan mudah terlupa pengorbanan perjuangan anak bangsa. Kita jangan mudah terleka kemajuan keamanan yang ada. Kita berterima kasih pada pemimpin-pemimpin negara. Kita rasa penuh bersyukur kerahmatan kemuliaan darinya. Kamilah pendukung pewaris bangsa, kamilah pejabat bangsa Malaysia, kamilah warga berwawasan untuk negaraku.
Thank you for the respect and participation. To begin our program with blessings, we will now have the recitation of Doa. I would like to invite Adam Haikal to lead the Doa. With respect, the floor is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ulumul Kitab Al-Fatihah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajmain. Allahumma innaka khallaqul azim. Innaka sami'un alim. Innaka ghafurur rahim. Innaka rabbul arsyil azim. Innaka barul jawadul karim. O Allah, you are the one who possesses all power. You alone deserve all praise and gratitude. You own all sovereignty, and in your hands lies all goodness. To you all matters return, and to you belongs all authority. Allahumma ya karim ya rahim. O Allah, the most compassionate and most merciful, grant wellness, health, wisdom and strength to the administrator of UiTM Terengganu branch, Demon campus, Binus University Malang campus, and to all students. Bestow your blessings upon every responsibility and trust that we carry. Bless us with sincerity and steadfastness in leading, guiding, and fulfilling our duties. Make us individuals who respect one another, work together in harmony, and unite in upholding knowledge, bringing goodness to religion, people, and nation. Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram. O Allah, to you alone we extend our deepest gratitude for all the blessings and mercy you have been bestowed upon us. In conjunction with today's program, Beijing Sustainability Malaysia Indonesia Towards 2030 Forum, we seek your guidance and divine assistance. Grant us peace, well-being, and happiness in our life. Shower your blessings upon the session held this evening and bless it from the beginning until the end. We also seek your protection from anything that may disrupt or tarnish this event, and from anything that may distract us from obeying and serving you. To you alone we entrust all our affairs. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين آمين يا رب العالمين.
Amin Amin Ya Rabbal Alamin. Thank you, Adam Haikal, for the recitation. May this forum be blessed with success and meaningful outcomes for all. Ladies and gentlemen, the forum Bridging Sustainability Towards Malaysia Indonesia 2030 aims to promote awareness and understanding of the Sustainable Development Goals SDG, focusing on goal number 3, good health and well-being, also goal number 4, quality education. This forum also strengthens academic and cultural collaboration between Malaysia and Indonesia, especially with Venus University, in the recognition of Indonesia's proactive efforts in sustainable development. We hope this initiative encourages meaningful discussion and inspire collective actions among future global leaders, starting with all of you here today. It is now my honor to acknowledge Dr. Ermi bin Abdul Qadir, Rector of UiTM Terengganu, for his support for this program. Although he is unable to join us live this evening due to official duties, he has kindly recorded his opening address and officiation message for this forum. His commitments reflects UiTM's effort to strengthen regional collaboration and advance sustainability in line with the Malaysian Madani values. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for the recorded address by Dr. Ermi bin Abdul Qadir as he officiates the Bridging Sustainability Towards Malaysia Indonesia 2030 Forum.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh, and a very good day for all the participants. The honored Professor Madya, T.S. Dr. Sharifah Fauziah Said Rahman, Deputy Rector, UiTM Cawangan Terengganu, the esteemed T.S. Dr. Suzaina Omar, Program Organizer, and also the advisor for this event, the esteemed Madam Nur Rahana Mak Salim, Senior Lecturer, Faculty of Accountancy, University Cawangan Terengganu, the esteemed Miss Elina Nurdini Fabritamna, SICOM, MICOM, Faculty of Communication, Venus University, Malang Campus, esteemed committee members, and also dear students. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Greetings and salam UiTM di hatiku. It is both an honor and privilege to me to welcome all of you to today's forum, Bridging Sustainability Malaysia Indonesia Towards 2030, which is proudly organized by the Non-Resident Representative Committee here via the YouTube in the Meaningful Day. We are especially delightful to welcome our distinguished speakers and delegates from both Malaysia and also Indonesia, whose presence signify our shared commitment to advancing sustainable development goals through international collaboration. This forum focuses on the two critical parts and also two critical pillars of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal, which is SDG number 3, namely good health and well-being, and also SDG 4, which is reflect the quality education. As we move toward 2030, it is crucial that we continue to create platform such as this event, which is we can discuss initiative, strategies, and share experiences, and also we can strengthen partnership that promote equitable access to healthcare and especially education for all. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to all speakers, participants, and also organizing committees from both nations for their dedication and effort in making this forum a reality. Your presence today is a testament to our shared responsibility in building a healthier and more educated global community. Let us seize this opportunity to engage in fruitful dialogue, exchange meaningful ideas, and work together across borders to ensure that no one is left behind in the journey towards sustainability. With that, I once again warmly welcome all of you to this important forum. May the session ahead be insightful and impactful for everyone involved. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Dr. Ermi, for the message and for officiating today's program. We appreciate his support and commitment towards knowledge exchange and collaboration between Malaysia and Indonesia. We will now move to the main program, to the main part of the program, the forum session. I am pleased to hand over the session to our moderator, Madam Nur Rohaina Salim. Madam Nur Raihana Salim, who will guide the discussion for this evening. Madam Nur Raihana, the floor is yours.
Thank you to our MC. Can you hear me clearly? Hope so. Yes or not? MC, can you hear me clearly? I hope all of you can hear me clearly. So thank you to our MC, Ms. Tengku Nur Aisyah Fatimah binti Tengku Abdul Jalil. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening to all distinguished guests that joining us from Malaysia and also Indonesia. So my name is Nurhana binti Muhammad Salim, and I am honored to serve as the moderator for today's forum entitled Bridging Sustainability Malaysia Indonesia toward 2030. This forum aims to discuss and exchange perspective on the Sustainability Development Goal (SDG), particularly focus on SDG Goal 3, good health and well-being, and also goal for quality education. So today, we are privileged to have two esteemed uh, panelists representing both nations, which is Associate Professor TS Dr. Sharifah Fauziah binti Said Rahman from University Technology Mara Terengganu Branch, Malaysia, and also the second panel, Miss F. Lina Nurdini Febrita Mona from Binus University Malang Campus, Indonesia. So on behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to extend our heart-left gratitude to both panelists for taking the time to share their knowledge and experience with us. I also wish to thank all participants for being parts of this meaningful session. So let us begin this evening discussion with open mind and positive energy. So we will have about 1.5 hour discussion. So we hope that we can get more knowledge and more informations on the topic that we want to discuss today. So please take note of key insight, and you are most welcome to ask any questions that related to the topic for the Q&A session later. So Dr. Sharif Fauzia and also Miss Efrina will answer the question later. Okay. To begin, allow me to briefly introduce our distinguished speaker. The first panel will be Associate Professor TS Dr. Sharifah Fauziah binti Duraman, who is a respected academic in the field of chemical engineering at UiTM Terengganu, Malaysia. She has extensive experience in teaching, research, and academic leadership, particularly in material science, bioplastic, and engineering innovation. Among her novel research work are CDIO initiative in basic science courses in diploma chemical engineering, biodegradable cellulose-based aerogel from recycled paper. So this just two. She have so many paper that related to her expertise actually. Okay, so throughout her career, she has held several administrative positions, including assistant rector of UiTM branch Bukit Besi campus, deputy rector of academic affairs, and now uh, she is Deputy Rector of Student Affairs. She has also published extensively in Scopus, WOS, and Era Index Journal that making significant contribution to academic excellence in Malaysia. So next we are going to the second panel, which is Miss Eflina Nurdini Fabrita Mona. I like to pronounce your name because it's like the tune was there. Okay, he's lecturer at the Public Relations Department, Venus University, Indonesia, with professional expertise in communication, public speaking, and personal branding since 2009. I'm very afraid today because the panel is good in communication and public speaking. Okay, so she's also a professional master of ceremony MC and voiceover artist, actively involved in various nation event and radio program. As the co-founder of the Super Mentoring Program, she focused on developing communication skill and self-potentials among young professionals. So Miss Evelina is widely recognized for her workshop on digital communication, social media marketing, and entrepreneurship, empowering students and young professionals to thrive in today's digital and globalized world. So a very good background that will help us today to share the experience and knowledge. Okay, both panels is very excellent in their uh, field, so that we can get a very good discussion tonight. Okay, so first of all, thank you to both of you for joining us today. So we don't want to waste our time. Let us now move to this discussion segment where I will pose several questions alternately to each panel. Okay, so I will start with Dr. Sharifah Fauzia first. So the first question, Doctor, could you begin by sharing why SDG 3 and SDG 4 is so urgent in Malaysia youth context, especially in the post-pandemic era?
Okay, thank you, our moderator for today, Madam Rehana. Has been mentioned just now by Puan Rehana. Okay, today we are focusing about two SDG, which is SDG 3 and also SDG 4. As we know, during our COVID-19 pandemic, okay, has met our SDG 3. SDG 3 is the health and well-being. Meanwhile, SDG 4 is related to quality education. So during the pandemic 19, COVID-19 pandemic, we all of us, including our youth, Malaysia, exposed to major challenges, either in both health or in education system. Okay, deeply affecting their life and also future. For SDG 3, we know that our youth face a mental health issue. Now, mental health issue is increasing. Okay, increasing after the pandemic. So during in our context post-pandemic, we are facing with the mental health issues such as stress, anxiety, and depression. Okay, so maybe during the pandemic era, okay, all of us been isolation and also uncertainty happened during the pandemic, limited to the access in counseling, especially for rural areas. Okay, and that it wasn't the problem. At the same times, they are more exposed to the gadget, which is no physical activity. Okay, no physical activity or limited activity, which is we can say that unhealthy lifestyle. Okay, and lower the overall well-being. So for post-pandemic, we believe that we need to strengthening the health awareness in order to recovery the mental health problem. I believe that there are a lot of or so many programs being introduced or being carried out for the health awareness, but I believe that it's still not is still not enough yet. So we need more exposure for helping our youth, Malaysia youth, to this health or mental health issue. Okay, for SDG 4. SDG 4 we related to quality education. During pandemic, they have gaps between urban and rural students since they are more online learning. Okay, so for today, digital skill is very important. So we need to develop them for future challenge. So for SDG 3 and SDG 4, I can say that they are closely linked. So in order to have better educated youth make the healthier choices, we can say that both of SDG 3 and SDG 4 is very important, and we need to prioritize their goals in helping Malaysia to rebuild a resilient, skilled and healthy young generation in order for them to lead the nation's sustainable future. So as we know right now, okay, new skill to master beyond in 2030 is more to AI and big data, but we also not forget for even though we are now in technology base, we also need for human centric base, which is we control the technology, not technology control us. So the understanding of the SDG 3 and SDG 4 is very important for the young generation. I think that's all for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sharifah. So next we are going to your turn, Miss Eflina. Okay, so we also want to know and hear about your thought on why SDG 3 and SDG 4 are crucial in Indonesia youth context, especially after the pandemic. So just now we hear for the Malaysian perspective, but now we want to hear from you. How about the Indonesia youth context? The floor is
Okay,
yours.
sure. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much for offering the time for me. It's really special to get the occasion for sharing my opinion about the SDGs right here in this special occasion. So yes, exactly. Also, thank you so much, Dr. Sharifa, for like letting me being your panel for today. If we are talking about the SDGs, is exactly the term, the session, the part that affecting everything. And we all know exactly also during the pandemic, everything is being concerned, everything is affected. And the reason why these two major point of the SDGs, the third and the fourth SDGs is both two important point is actually we believe not only in Indonesia, I believe in Malaysia also. This is the weapon, this is a thing that we have as a model, as a capital to cut off the bad cycle in our life, right? So one of the best thing is we're starting with a good education and also basic human needs. That's the basic good health. So start from that as a point of view. I do believe what happened in Indonesia, what we face actually through the youth, to the youngsters up upon the pandemic is pretty unique. And that they are a unique, special Gen Z generation that have to be involved in this huge situation in the world that is pandemic. Whether or not, like it or not, we're facing together. Not only Indonesia and Malaysia, but the whole world are facing the same problem. And it's affecting the same and creating the same problem also related with those, the third and fourth SDGs. So when the first time, the point of the third SDGs is actually about the good health and well-being is actually what happened in Indonesia is we are facing something that already being known exactly as a problem, as a core problem in Indonesia for the equal basic health standard that we are facing after the pandemic also. And second of all, yes, we are facing a several issue about the new lifestyle that have to be changed by the youth, by all over the generation that still stay and survive until now after the pandemic. First, when we're talking about the unequal access to healthcare, what happened in Indonesia by showing exactly by having a good literacy, the perspective about what a good health after the pandemic, it's also a good spread information to develop to encourage our society to be what is it like that they are able to survive themselves in a good quality, a good situation of the health. Second of all, it's still related. So why the reason why it's engaging two or both of these SDGs is actually with the good education also. We can encourage our student to understand exactly the basic needs of the good health that they knowing related with the basic life, and also a certain things other that affect after the pandemic, like what Dr. Sharifa already mentioned about the anxiety, about the depression, about the burnout, that those Gen Z, the youth right now are being labeled by another generation, knowing pretty widely everywhere around the world as a generation that really sensitive with the hard work, with the pressure and everything. That's really easy to get depression and burnout with just really certain things that we as a millennial, as the older generation sees like in our generation is really more than that. But yeah, that's the situation we face right now. It's not the moment we can just easily can blame them, but that's the reality that the technology are offering them into the situation that related with the SDGs, the quality education, the good quality of the education. The technology is happening, the technology are out there exactly to help to make our life easier as how it is like everyone since the revolution of the industries, the technologies happened for that. So since that, it is actually one of a concern in us in a business university, and I do believe also in UITM also, that we want to concern how to make it balanced, that we use the technology, but we also have to enhance the knowledge exactly like how it's supposed to. We have to preserve that we understand the education, it's not depend on the technology, but we are the one who run the technology itself. So as same as what Dr. Sharif already mentioned, that this situation really need a concern to be, what is it, not only on a discussion level, but also we have to implement on certain things. Hopefully, it can reach the policy into our government, so we can really make it massive movement to make our next generation, this generation, are really ready to face not only as the user of the technology, but we can wisely absorb and using it, taking a benefit like how it's supposed to. I think that's the opening about the overview of the SDGs 3 and 4, in my opinion. Thank you.
Okay. So yes, we have a technology to make us easy, but you need to use it carefully and don't make it overcome the humans being. Okay. So next we are going to second round. Okay, whereby the third question we go to Dr. Sharifah. So, doctor, from your perspective, what are the main health challenges currently faced by Malaysian youth, and what form of systematic support are needed to address this issue effectively?
Okay, thank you for the questions. I believe that there are two questions there. Main health challenges for Malaysian youth, and also what is the systemic support needed for them. Okay, has been mentioned just now. Our youth now facing with the mental health issues. Okay, even though they quite appearance, okay, quite matured. We look at them, they are quite mature compared to million like we are they are makeup for 18 to 20, they are so mature, but sometimes okay they are quite fragile. So for even though they have a small issue, but they are quite trigger right now. So I believe that the mental health issues is one of the challenges for our I believe in Indonesia also face the same issues. Um, they sometimes they stress from studies, stress when especially when uh, nearly to exam, okay, in semester, okay, or week, near, if they near to exam a week, they more stress compared to the other weeks. Okay, so there is this pressure, okay, social media pressure also lead them to the depression. Okay, because they now they are facing with more digital era, more digital era. Okay, so that may facing with the cyberbully or others. Okay, sometimes has been mentioned just now, physically exercise. Okay, because they are uh, all the time with gadget. Okay, they are lacks of physically exercise also can increase the unhealthy lifestyle. To address this, okay, in order to address this, I believe that Malaysia needs stronger family health services. Okay, nowadays they have a center, okay, center in Ministry of Health that can help them, okay, to seek for the help online. If 2 or 3 before years before pandemic, when the generation or the young or our people have the mental health problems, we need to go face to face to the center. Nowadays, okay, nowadays they are more easier to get help. Okay, they are more easier since they have online doctor or online center that can help them. So in order to have a stronger health family, besides the balanced living, I believe that mental health education and community programs, community programs also need to be improved, okay, to ensure that our young sustain in futures. I think that's all for me for now. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sharifah. So yes, now when we talk about health challenges, the main point discussed is on the mental health, and I think it's not just mental health, but the other um, previous one like diabetes and so on. Now like a normal thing for youth and also for younger generations. So health is a very important to take care of today. So next, Miss Evelina, it's your turn. So regarding SDG 3, okay, how can incorporating health and wellness topic into university course contributes to building a healthier and more resilient generations in the future?
Okay. That's really interesting topic, right? Because in so on uh, we understand education formal institution are a starting point to can change a lot of things. So in higher education, like in a university, those responsibility are also increased, not only just as simple as giving a lecture or spreading information, that we have to be really aware about those situation, about the health issues, whether it is like the lifestyle base, like we understand exactly that, like all the diseases that come up with the bad lifestyle, and also the mental health that being shared by Dr. Sharifa before, it's actually becoming a concern. Even like in my university, in Buenos University, the first attempt when you are going to be a part as a Venusian, as a new student, we are mapping the student not only based on the knowledge tests but also psychological tests, so they can share exactly what the situation of them, and if there is a really concern about the psychological or the mental health that they have, the lecturer later on in the class will receive a message that this student have concern with that, so that the lecturer understand exactly there are several students with what is it like needs or something, or certain all when we have the needs, the special needs of the student, that we have a reminder in our email when we are beginning the class, the course in the beginning, something like that. And second of all, upon what it is related with the health, it's really regularly in Venus University we are having a health day, like probably twice or three times in a year for the whole family of the university. We have a certain what is it like, an activities for checking since before pandemic, during the pandemic, and of course right now it is becoming a concern. So yeah, we have the healthy day start with like exercising, the seminar about health, vaccination. It's not only just pandemic vaccination but also like free vaccination for influenza right now. We will have it like probably the mid of this November for the lecture first, and later on for the student. And as a facilities, the medical insurance for the as a facilities also, and also like why I say that is for the whole family in the university, because when it happens during the session of the course or in a university, so it will be the responsible for university to taking care of it. as the light or the first help to the student. But later on, that will be discussed with the family and staff. But at least we have the basic life needs, safety for the good health and well-being as well. And then when we are talking about the anxiety, depression, the burnout that we are being discussed before, what becoming the issue as the sensitivity, or probably when it's really affecting the situation of the education or during the classes and stuff, when the students are distracted by those situation, then they can also asking help. In Binus University, we have Binus Support. So Binus Support is a call center, crisis center, that not only for what is it? Not only for the academic things, but also for personal things related with a certain things like that. So they will have a buddy. So we call that in Bino support. They will have a buddy to have a conversation with, to discuss about the certain things. And also we in a university they providing, what is it, like a sister or a brother mentorship. Yeah, we are opening a recruitment for the senior class, that to help the a certain student with the difficulty. This is actually related with the academic task when they are in difficulty and certain things. Probably it's something like that to be really implementable. But after all, several things in Indonesia, we do believe that there is a certain concern from the what is it, the government also, related with the good health that being viral. I do believe some of you already known about the MBG, makan bergizi gratis. This is like our government starting or providing the free food during schools for the uh, elementary and also middle school. And when we are taking it in as a good or a positive perspective, this is one of a good way that the government want that the student are providing with a good healthy food, so that they can really able to what is it, like having a good life, and also absorbing and focusing on the study better through that. So since all of it, we can also have a discussion later on about the implementation of certain things like this. That's what I mentioned to explain. Thank you.
Thank you. So next we are going to the third round, okay, whereby this question is goes to Dr. Sharifah. So doctor, education play a vital roles in empowerment. So what innovation or grassroots initiative in Malaysia are helping to make education more inclusive and accessible for the youth?
Okay. For this question is quite tough question actually. For innovation and grassroots effort for an inclusive education in Malaysia. So we look at the should be experience. Should be experience to have uh, the education. We can say that is more. We need to move forward to lifelong learning education. So the system is not fixed for all. Okay, sometimes we can say that we need to, based on our we can say that strategy, Malaysia education strategy towards 2030, more to have flexible learning, and maybe it's not we can say that one system is fixed for all. Okay, we need to look at the needs of uh, the group. Okay, maybe they have some group with special needs. We need to lead them to have education with a special uh, program, or sometimes we need to has a special education for B40 students with a counseling and also welfare programs. I can say that Malaysia towards education Okay, right now need to be accessible, flexible, and also community driven. As we mentioned just now, okay, they have some new skills being need to being exposed to our today. Uh, as I mentioned just now, we are now in the era of AI. Okay, we are in the era of AI and also in the era of big data. So we need to focus on that matter for some of the students. Okay, but for the other special needs student, they maybe uh, not ready for that. So we need to have a special program. Maybe we need to have some special to make them easier for them and make them more, we can say that, more more focused to empower them. So maybe for B40 group, so in Malaysia we have B40, M20, T20, we more focusing on entrepreneur, something like that. So I think the inclusive education in Malaysia, we need more to based on the needs of the of the group. Okay, we need for the group. Maybe some of the um, private university nowadays more forward to them for to do the what I mentioned that. So we have a Taylor's University. We have Taylor University that promote inclusive learning through student lead project and collaborative with the NGOs. So yesterday I'm attending a conference of high academic department mentioned about the flexible learning, the lifelong learning. So uh, the policy, okay, the technology is not just fixed for all. Okay, what I say that the programs not fixed for all. That the one that I mentioned just now. Okay, for digital and accessibility education also important. Maybe it's for I don't say that formal system is not good. It's still relevant. But when we talk about initiative or innovative, we need to look at the needs of the target group. Okay, I think that's all for me for this session. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sharifah. So now we are going to Miss Afrina, and this is the sixth question. Okay, so we already went through 5 questions, and now is the question number 6 to Miss Evelina. So in relation to SDG 4, just now I asked you in relation to SDG 3, but now I want to ask you on the SDG 4. So what step can university take to ensure that students from all socio-economic background have equal access to highly quality educations and learning opportunity?
Okay, so yes, we're facing something tough. Exactly like what Dr. Sharifah already explained. It is not exactly in our hand to really map what the solution that really fit for the situation. But let me just mention a certain things that we can enhance ourselves as an educationer, uh, and also the person in a university can attempt to close with that. It's actually the situation related with a good education, inclusivity, and a good spread to be equal, to make it equal. Mostly like like Indonesia with those the difference, the width, the distance, and so on. The situation of the population and so on. What happened is we really need to make sure that the good education not just consumed by a certain society level, the area, and so on. We really want to spread it as wide as we can, so that what we call as the empowered Indonesian people is exactly representing most of Indonesian. So what the university able to do is, as the part of the inclusivity, is actually opening a chance for all of the Indonesian youth to join the higher education level, such as when it happened in Venus University and also in other university. I do believe they are offering a scholarship to reach a lot economical level of the student to reach the education at the higher education. Also by the place, make it like giving a chance regularly coming as a scouting talent, coming to a certain places in Indonesia to find a good potential student that can join to the university, can be working with the university, and so on. And also a certain program can be really indulgent the needs of the world that we face right now, the industries and so on. We are offering a certain program. In Indonesia, we call that belajar merdeka, merdeka belajar, kampus merdeka. So it's like giving the student chance to join a certain point of view from another course, another faculty, another major. So it will help them to wider the scope of the field from their course, so they will really able to open up about the point of view of the education, and also as the part of this universe to work with the good education, so they will understand that it's not as tight as it is about the major, that they can over or exactly work with the society later on. And less of it, even like there is a certain program held by private, by the government, and some of the program I joined also, I mentioned it also in my CV, that I concerned about the digital literacy, digital competency. It's also based on AI, that we want to stand in fourth pillar, that is related with the good knowledge about the digital literacy, about safety and hygiene digital things, and also about the ethics of it. We really need to concern not only just about the ability to use it, but also the ethics of use it. And after all, we are a human being, and after all, we are still Asian. We are a high context cultured country, so we have to really imply certain things like that to be concerned. And also we still really need to uphands about the critical thinking and responsible through the digital citizenship. Moreover, after the pandemic, and it's really challenging when we are mingle and mix it with the inclusive education, because the huge challenge is actually related with certain things. We have to cross among the economical background. We have to cross among the demography situation. Mostly like in Indonesia, we have really variant, uh, like bridging among between the island from one place to another places. Yeah, but as much as it is, digital help us for mingle that and giving a chance through the inclusivity for itself. And also after all, it's becoming a challenge. So yeah, we have to really work with that. That's what Indonesia have to face right now. That's what I can explain. Thank you.
Even though there are changes, there are very much movements in aspect of technology. So we need to, we call it as rather with the situations. We need to follow the situation and make sure that ourselves can mix with it and benefits from that. Okay, so thank you. And next we are going to the fourth round. So I have another three questions for each of you, because I'm uh, getting information that we need to stop by 10:15. So let's go through the next question. So question number 7 is for Dr. Sharifah. So as we discuss cross-country collaboration, what opportunity exist for Malaysia-Indonesia Youth Partnership in promoting SDG 3 and also SDG 4. We want to see what collaboration can be made across the country, especially for Malaysian and Indonesian.
Okay, for this round, we more talk about our collaboration. Yeah, collaboration in SDG 3 and SDG 4. It's raining outside. Okay, for Malaysia and Indonesia, especially about the programs that can be carried out for both Indonesia and Malaysia. Okay, I believe that we are now have already have the program, and we can enhance the program. As example, uh, the program about exchange program maybe, even though it's already been done, but we can still, I believe that it's still relevant for the exchange program, but maybe we can improvise or improve uh, based on maybe to digital learning initiative. Okay, digital learning initiative. So nowadays we talk about a life skill, about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So maybe they can have projects for both of them for digital learning initiative. Maybe they have a program. Maybe we can have a midterm, or sometimes or can have a final showcase or others. The community education and development project, I believe also can the other example that we can carry out between Malaysia and Indonesia. Okay, because the students or the young needs to experience uh, the with community. Okay, maybe some of them from the urban area. Okay, maybe in Malaysia, this weekend we have some students. We call it Bakti Madani. Okay, they go to the some rural area uh, to be with the community. We call it anak angkat with, and then they needs to experience what the needs of the community. And then we have uh, a program that we mentioned about tutorial, or we have the class with the adik-adik to know about the education, because at the area maybe the education is not quite important for them because they need to survive themselves. So with the community engagement program, uh, I believe that the students are more uh, be a human, other than they just play with the gadget. Okay, they play with the gadget, so they can be mentor for the school or for the youth organization for that village. Okay, so they can have a community impact. So they can share their experience with them. I believe that the kind of program can improve their skill development, self skill development, or we has a value added when they are facing with the community, when they completed their studies in further. Okay, I think may I answer your question, Farhana?
Yes, 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 Doctor. So I think we have so many collaboration that we can make between the two nations and two country. For example, when we talk about SDG 4 quality education, it's not just a formal education. Where we talk about soft skill, where we talk about kemahiran, I think maybe Doctor we can call and invite Miss Afrina for club debat and pidato for communication skill maybe. Yeah, I'm the advisor for that club. So maybe for the next sessions we can have you. So next, let's go to the next questions. So I think it is actually the same things, but we want to see on your perspective. Okay, how can university in Malaysia and Indonesia collaborate to improve access to nutrition? So just now we are talking about both both SDG, but now we want to focus more on the SDG 3. Okay, to have nutrition foods and also to promote more physical active lifestyle, because just now what have been mentioned by Dr. Sharifa, that most of the students now they will not enjoy to have physical activities. They just love to have their gadgets, and because of that, they are not tough as us, which is I can say that 30th and 40th generations. Okay, they are very fragile because they just have a communication with the gadget, not with the humans and not with the environments. Okay, so yeah, we want to know any collaboration that we can do for these two countries to improve that SDG 3.
Okay. So, as long conversation or long debate about the situation we face right now, we understand exactly that our generation, even probably it's also affect us as the late millennial also. It's actually about the screen time, right? Those screen time are exactly one of a problem right now that causing a certain things, including it will be really affected and related with the health conditions. So after pandemic, because nothing to do situation that have to be consumed by us, all of us, is really changing and move our habit, move our all of the things that we usually do, that it's moving into a digital. It's a good thing that we have digital, but in the other way, it means it makes us depend on those digital stuff, mostly because what we call it as a social media, it's actually related what we are creating our own stage, so people can really see what we show us, so really enjoy for and feel really amused by unreal things, untangible things, common things that happening in a social media, and it makes our generation get addicted with that. But in the other hand, we already mentioned exactly what happened, so that's, well, we already know exactly the situation. That's how we begin to rebuild the connection, to rebuild the solution from that. So since we understand that our generation, the youth, the youngsters right now, really becoming a heavy viewer of those gadgets, so we have to have a collaboration project using those as the things, so we can make like both of us, Indonesia and Malaysia, BNUS and also UITM, can also hand in hand together to have a collaborative project to make a good campaign, a positive campaign for this good health that can made by our student. It's like a social media campaign for, again, we are encouraging back again, we are encouraging the good health, good, what is it, like a habit that we have to bring back, start using by, or like we are using those gadgets as a good or positive things. For example, like I have to be really honest, during the pandemic I gained my weight quite a lot, and this 2 years, almost 2 years, I have to really fight for that. I have to find and meet the doctor and so on, and changing my lifestyle until I reach back. I lost almost like 43 kg. So uh this is exactly really something really affected later on. And the reason why I becoming concerned with certain things is because I reading a certain information through the digital also. So I do believe that we can hand in hand to use the digital platform as a good and positive weapon to give impact to our youth generation, to again coming back into a certain core things as a human being we really needs, based on like our lifestyle, the habitual, the health needs, and so on. And also, not only just as simple as those collaborative, I do believe when it's later on related with the SDGs 4 also, we can imply a certain program, not only just an exchange. I do believe we can also make not only the student but also the mentor or the lecturers as a sister school. So the experience would be exactly wider when it's absorbing by the one who teach them. Then we can teach exactly with the new perspective that we can take from others. And also for like the whole things like in the university, probably we can collaborate and adapting the good what is it program, and also a solution offered by the university, like the support system or the application that can help the student with the health, mapping them with the situation, and also certain program that we can over as an event probably later on, so the student can be the event organizer for helping the event related with the health and so on. Probably that's what a tangible that we really can imply on it. Thank you.
Thank you. Or maybe we can do visual run. So your students
Yeah,
run over
virtual
there
run.
and we run over here.
Exactly.
Yes,
Yeah,
fun
yeah,
run.
it can be also yeah.
Yes, yes. Okay. So we are going to the last two round. Okay, and for this round, the question will be same for both of you. So the first question is could you both share your idea on joint students project exchange program or youth-led initiative that could strengthen Malaysia-Indonesia cooperation? I think you already stated it previously, but maybe it can be more specific or you can give more example on that. Okay, and in achieving SDG 3 and also SDG 4. And for this round, I want to go to Miss F. Rina first. Can we? Okay, we just make a
Sure,
change just a
sure,
little
sure.
bit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not like against each other, right? So yes, exactly. So we are talking about the collaboration, what we can build from the educational system point of view. We have a certain things that I already mentioned a little bit before, because it's also mentioned by Dr. Sharifa about the student exchange. We talk about student exchange for quite a long time, since while ago. But in the other hand, somehow it's really depend on the scope or the umbrella, the one who using or choosing the student and also the university they pick. For example, it based on the culture, is based on exactly like a changing at the same major, or certain things for a couple month for the year program and so on. Actually, in Venus University, we have a certain program called Study Abroad. That's for at least one semester for the student to go to another country to learn. That is quite same major. It's not exactly like double degree, but they will receive a certificate as what is it? As the two after 2 years educational basic education that they get here. So it probably around that semester 5 and 6 semester they able to choose it. And I think it is also can be a gate that will be open from British University that I can also mingle with the UITM to welcoming the student from Indonesia or from UITM from Malaysia that can in into a joint project together. And also probably later on, not only just involved in educational point of view, and also can be a certain other things like I said before related with the umbrella, culture based, uh, project learning, and also like entrepreneurship, that it's becoming something really sexy to have a conversation with the youth right now. They're really challenged because some of the student in Venus University, because we have our own entrepreneur incubation. So we have our own incubator for the student that can help. So it's probably offering a situation that can improve the motivation from the student to involve in higher education, and also the challenge not only just a basic learning knowledge from their major, but also really able to open their own, yeah, like enhancing their entrepreneur sense, so they can open the job for others also by starting since they are a student. Startup is everywhere. I do believe like the improvement of the technology also involved in it, so we can really build on it, because I do believe with a certain business level and business application that also happening right now, it's already mingled. They have it in Indonesia, they have it in Indonesia, they have it Singapore. So why not? We are starting with our student to motivate further, to just run further into a real situation collaboration, not only just for a fancy student exchange, but also we have a real project to build in between countries and also between the students, among the students. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So the same question goes to Dr. Sharifah Fauzia.
Okay, maybe Miss Elfina mentioned all. Okay, I just add some more, maybe one or two. So I believe that education is based on adaptability. Okay, we based on adaptability, based on a solution. So the project or the program that collaboration between Indonesia or Malaysia, so we need to look at what is the solution that we need to have. Okay, maybe the student action is already being done. Okay, so what I mentioned is we need to capture what is the solution that we need to have. What is the solution? So maybe the now is about has been mentioned just now is about uh, in terms of SDG 3 human have being. So no physical activities. That maybe the one that be mentioned by our moderator. Okay, fun run between Indonesia and Malaysia to can be done, or we start with more simple, even though being done, but maybe they have some improvement can be, or innovation can be carried out about cultural exchange. But we just not the cultural between Indonesia and Malaysia, but we need to add some more that related about the health. Okay, to have in line with SDG 3. Maybe it's just not one-off program, but we do it in predictably. Okay, one batch by one batch. There is a continuously program. It's not just one-off program. Okay, it's just not one program. Maybe we improve maybe for the student. Okay, what we call in Malaysia, we have the sulam. Okay, service learning. Okay, that improve about the human or SDG 3 health, or health and well-being, or SDG 4. So one batch come to Malaysia, and the second batch goes to Indonesia, but do the same or similar project. So we can see that from year one or year two, either the community that they had improved or not. It must be continuously program. It's not just one-off program. I think I add that the one that I want to add, but others have been already mentioned by Miss Elfina. Thank you.
Okay, thank you both of you for that question. And this will be the last question for this sessions. Okay, so the last question also will be answered first by Miss Afrina. Okay, so if you could leave one message for university students for both country, which is our participant and guest today, what would it be and how can students take small but impactful steps to advance SDG 3 and 4 within their campus or community? So, Miss
Okay,
Afiq.
thank you for the time for mentioning that. I have like one line. I do believe I mentioned that also exactly in several interview. I say that we better being a star, don't be a candle. Because when we are becoming a candle, we're spreading our light, but we are burning inside. We are and ourselves. But when we are becoming a star, whether the people aware or not, we still spread the light. And people need us as a star. That's the first line. And second of all, I just want to mention to the student, just go on face and having your what is it all of what you want to conquer and everything, but don't forget, make sure that what you like is exactly something that can give or adding a value for you. So you really need for that, not only the education, formal education, but also when you are having your expertise in what you like, that you will really enjoy to support it. The reason why is because when you reach success, and I do believe inshallah bismillah for everyone, right? When you reach your success is actually not or never be really completed if you reach it alone. So make sure that you reach your success with everyone as much as you can, like a lot of people among you that you can carry on to reach the success. Just please make sure that you can able to reach the success with everyone you can. Thank you.
So we need to benefit others, not just ourselves. Okay. So next, we goes to the to Dr. Sharifah Fawzia for the same questions.
Okay. So thank you for the questions. Has been mentioned, education is actually is a turnkey of knowledge and also awareness. So the most important, there must be have action taking. Okay, there must be action taking. Just we just don't have not enough with the we have the knowledge and awareness, but we must have the action taking. Um. So what we I can say, um, if we want to have meaningful exchange, okay, we just not participants in a program, but we are partners in shaping the futures. Okay, sustainability lead service of okay can change for linear thinking to system thinking. That is the one in future, because we talk about 2030, we what we are going to achieve. So we must change from a linear thinking to a system thinking. Okay, so we need our nation full of energy, full of ideas, and let our friendship cross border. So I believe that um, maybe based on our discussion tonight, maybe it can inspire some changes. Okay, some changes from our year to think that what we built today, what we are the seed of tomorrow's understanding, collaboration, and shared program. So I hope that the participants in our forum, okay, and our forum can think what we are going to do in order to ensure that SDG 3 and SDG 4 is sustained. Okay, in order for economic progress, even though we want to being fast growth in economy, but we must also balance in environment. Okay, we must also environment, because we are responsible what for the future. We need to take responsibility uh, to carry the spirit forward, to keep our nation has been mentioned is SDG 3 and SDG 4 sustain. So maybe our journey today or our discussion today can inspire our youth generation or especially the Gen Z to more value what they have today because uh, they are shaping the future. Okay, I think I think that's all for me for this round session. Thank you.
Okay, so that is the end of the session for the questions. So we have uh, about 10 questions at all. So yeah, we already discussed and shared the experience on the three SDG, which is good health and well-being, and also quality education, which is very, very important nowadays. Good quality is very important to develop the good generations that will manage the country. Okay, and if the generation have a good education but not good health and well-being, so they will not sustain with the knowledge to with the education to help the nations. Okay, so both point or both goal is very important to work together, okay, to go in parallel to make sure that a new generations can manage or can have a very good life. Okay, so thank you very much to Dr. Sharif Fauzia and also Miss Evelina for the valuable, inspiring insights shared throughout these sessions. So we have highlighted key point on how education and health initiative can work hand in hand to create a sustainability future. One, the empower youth, strengthen communities, and support the SDG agenda towards 2030. So, we want to open the Q&A sessions if the participants have any question to ask to both panelists. Maybe if you don't want to ask it live, so you can just write it in the chat room so that the committee, the organizational committee can read it for the panel. Or maybe I can read for the panel. How can youth contribute to creating the healthier generation? So I think this question can be asked from both panels. So I give a chance to Dr. Sharifah Fauzia to answer it first.
Okay, thank you for this question. How can youth contribute in creating healthier generation? Okay, so they have both physical health and also mental health, isn't it? So uh, for physical health, okay, so what we mentioned just now is you need to do some physical activities. Your body must be fit enough to ensure that you have good energy to do something. About mental health, okay. So what we can say that nowadays do discussion or do group in work, not work in silo. Maybe is some example, okay. Some for example for our Gen Z generation to do, okay. Not just the group discussion, because you share your experience, you share the knowledge, um, can create a good mental health for you. Okay, that is my answer. Maybe Miss Afina can add more. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, in my point of view, basically it's pretty simple. We cannot make other people happy when we are not happy. So if we want to encourage other people as much as we can to get healthier, to get like really aware to their health, so we are the one who have to start it the first place. We are the one who have to maintain exactly becoming the part of it. When we are health already, we know exactly how to reach that healthier lifestyle and everything. we can promote that exactly. So as exactly as what I already mentioned about me myself. So as simple as the platform that I have, the social media that I have, I will always promote that things right now. Not to flexing that I already reaching my weight target already, but I do believe that this can inspire others that feel that they cannot move, that they cannot change themselves. I do believe that even what I say it's difficult, but yeah, we can do it with a good support, with a good motivation, with everything that they have. We can motivate others through it and everything. Just use everything, the capital, the model that we have to encourage others. I think that's the first things we can do for that, both the physical health and also the mental health. And I also, that's thank you for Anis Farisha, and also it might be help to answer also the question from Shahira about how can we help each other about the maintain the good mental well-being, right? So yeah, we can use all the platform, like in my social media, in my Instagram. Later on, we can have a communication. I never left any chat unreplied, so don't worry. We can be a good friend over there. We have a good discussion, not only for this, but also others, like what the moderator also said about the public speaking, about the debate later on, because I'm a debater. So yeah, so one later we can discuss a lot about this. Thank you.
Okay, so I think the second question just now, uh, because I cannot read here, I just can read at the live. So the live is going to the third questions. How can I apply the theories I learn effectively instead of just study them for exam? So this is, I think, about more on mental health. Okay, because nowadays we can see that students is more focused on exam orientations, whereby they just remember, they just want to pass their exam instead of to understand and to use it for their life. So maybe it can be answered by Dr. Sharifah.
Okay. For thank you for Shazrida for this question. So, how can I apply theories I learn effectively? Okay, based on my experience, about more than 20 years in teaching and learning. Okay, so I always mention to the student, uh, you are in class just not to pass for the exam. Okay, you need to gain the knowledge that you can apply in future. Okay, so the theories that you study or the knowledge that you gain during the lecture is not just for uh, final pass for the exam. So uh, basically, when we teach the student, we also as a lecturer, we also relate to their life. Okay, we relate to their life. As I mentioned, for me, I'm a chemistry lecturer. So when I teach chemistry, so I am always pose a question to the student or relate the simple the question of our content in that lesson to our life. As example, this is just a simple example during my before I'm a lecturer in higher education. I also a teacher in secondary school. Okay, so just a basic acid base. Okay, the basic acid base. Okay, so what is the purpose of basic? What is the purpose of acid? Let's say you have a bis kena sengat tebuan. Okay, so why in some our elder apply obat gigi, okay, toothpaste on that, because the alkali neutral the acid, because in bees or tebuan punya sengat tu have acidic there, so we need to apply the alkali in order to neutralize it. So there is a small example that always been used. So they need to apply the theories, just not for the exam. When in class, the lecturer should be able to relate them in our lifestyle, or what can apply in future. Okay, that's the one. As I believe that I answer your question, Shaz Rida.
Okay. So Dr. Sharifah said we need to apply the theory in our life style. Okay. Or maybe Miss Afrina want to add on a little bit
Oh,
on that.
okay, a little bit probably. I do believe that there's no such knowledge that being waste. There's no waste knowledge. Everything what we learn since we are in elementary, even in a kindergarten, is something that shape us right now. I do believe, like even you're not really realize that all of the things that you do is exactly also have the education, formal education part on it, the way you speak, the way you think and everything. But exactly when we are thinking exactly the real what is implied or implementable knowledge, sometimes we question it, what is used for. We're not exactly like gonna count how the degree of the steps we go on and everything. But later on, it's not as simple as the engineer do their engineer stuff and things. But when we are understanding exactly how the basic knowledge is this, we can be more ethical human being to understand about the situation in our society. We know how to run and doing a certain things, basic life needs, how implementable, as how those everything really needs. That's what make us as a higher education society, higher education citizen are really different with others that cannot really reach this higher education. So we can be really wise to implement all we know exactly from the formal education that we have into our life as a part of the big ecosystem that we call that society and world citizen.
Okay, so I get last questions, and this is for Miss Afrina. If sustainability were a bridge, what would the pillar, cables, and foundation represent in today's society, and which parts do you think is the weakest?
Okay, we have the goals of the really what is it, like the sufficient vision sufficient vision, the good vision of our world citizen, the society, for becoming really proper in all sectors, that all the countries, all the scholars are made it pointed into the SDGs. When the SDGs is a bridge, so what's the pillar, the cable, the foundation and everything? Inside it we have the doer. Who's the doer? The pillar is the human itself, the one who running everything, the one who think everything, the one who felt everything, the one who affect everything itself. And what is the cable, the foundation, who represent the process to be implemented to reach those balanced sustainability, is actually the progress, the facilities, the infrastructure, and also the quality around us, the ecosystem who support to implement that things. So we are as the pillars with the knowledge, with the ethics, with the certain things to support those the bridge. And after that, we need the facilities, the support system, the government, the infrastructure to really apply that to spread the information, to enhance the idea, and really giving a space to implement that things to real to make it realize. Yeah, I think that's, and also the part that I think as the weakest, one of the weakest is actually the first thing is the mindset. Something that we really need to change is actually the mindset. We ourselves as a doer have to change, like when we think it's always the weakness, when we think it's always just facing the wall to realize the things, then we always facing the difficulties. When we think beyond that wall, when we always seeing others that really able to motivate, able to implement the things, I do believe it's not going to call as a weakness. It's just the challenge that we can go through it. Thank you.
Okay, so Dr. Sharif Fawzia, if you want to add more.
Okay, I just want to add a little bit, just a few words there. Um, yeah, we believe that sustainability is a bridge, but has been mentioned by Miss Elvina. Okay, the shift paradigm is quite difficult to change. We need to shift the paradigm is, even though it's hard. That is the, I think, I believe that is the weakest to change the mindset and to shift our paradigm. uh, um, Human centric, I believe, still believe that human centric can drive on to national builders. Okay, even though we have technology based, I still believe humans needs to control, not the technology control us. Okay, human centric, purpose driven nation builders. Thank you.
Okay, so I think it is the last questions. Okay, and uh, the session end here. So to all participants, we hope today's discussion has broadened your understanding and encouraged you to take part in sustainability effort within your respective institutions. So before we end, I would like to once again extend my deepest appreciations to both panelists for your times and expertise, and to all participants for your active engagement. And Miss Evina, maybe we will have another collaborations on communication maybe. So in future, but I need to get approved from my boss. So I hope Dr. Sharifah Fazia will give uh, a proof to that particular proposal. Okay, so as we move forward, let us remember that knowledge has no boundaries. And as before, Ms. Alfina say that every knowledge will benefit us, have its own benefits to our life. Okay, and sustainability begins with awareness and actions, as what Dr. Sharifah said just now. It's just awareness. It's not just talk, but you need to make an action. You need to walk the talk. Okay, you cannot just talk everything. You cannot just know everything, but you just stagnant there. But you need to take an action. Okay, so for all the participants, do follow YouTube HEPU ITM Cawangan Terengganu for updates and future event and webinar. So thank you everyone. Stay safe and we look forward to see you in our next program. With that, I now hand the session back to our MC.
Thank you so much, Dr.
Thank you to Madam Nurahana for moderating this session and to all our panelists, participants for the engaging and informative discussion. Before we end, we would like to have a virtual group photo session so we can capture this meaningful collaboration between Malaysia and Indonesia. Three, two, one, go. Okay, in three, one, two, three, smile. Another one, two, three. The last one, freestyle. One, two, three. With that, our forum, Bridging Sustainability Towards Malaysia Indonesia 2030, officially comes to an end. On behalf of the organizing committee, we sincerely thank all guests, panelists, and participants for your time and support. Until we'll meet again, stay safe, stay motivated, and continue to contribute to a sustainable future. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and goodbye. Okay, tak nampak muka. Okay, for all the Malaysian students that involved, don't forget to scan your QR codes that display on the screen. You have to scan both of the QR codes, and while for the Indonesian student, you are pleased to scan the e-certificate QR codes, and you will receive your e-certificate right after you fill in the form. And if you can't find it in your email, please check in the spam section. and and for the K iPhone, it is especially for the UITM student.